So I think it's actually the important skill check here.
Probably worth slapping a quick save again.
Yeah.
These guys make me nervous.
They're very good. They got a lot of avenues to game over in. Quick save. Alright, fools. Let's go.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
The circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Again.
How did you kill him?
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first.
58%?
Then, actually,
Oh.
they're admirably.
Two threes, I think, should have passed.
The entire
If it was 58%, that's
Given how many
half.
questions you've lobbed their way.
I agree.
What is fidgeting card got the
Well,
pressure?
this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
So nothing?
Like what? We...
Yeah,
Yeah, that's...
Well,
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all.
I'm gonna just go into these and see if there's any other.
Right, fuck.
Yeah, any other checks we can do?
Yeah.
Like what, Copper?
I think that was
So am
bullshit. That's my story.
Why not?
Are you dead? Do you?
I'm just literally
58%.
Don't.
Who
Is
do you
100%.
fucking think does? You keep him the fuck out of this.
When the shit starts spinning, it will not land on Mr. Clare.
When
Yeah.
Titus Hardy.
How many...
Jail.
Or send them to reunion to rot.
But you see,
Whatever.
a law. We...
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
That's...
Make them a bit
I guess
more
that's that.
annoying.
We got nothing.
What? About fucking time.
Now I'm like, I don't even know where
Interesting.
to go next. I was hoping to get some anything out of that guy. Let's see. By processing, we can do that tomorrow after getting the boots off.
Yeah.
Need to increase authority to do that. That opens on Wednesday. Oh, we unlocked the door.
Yep.
Boots. Do that tonight.
We could go back to Everett and tell him we opened the door, I guess, because that's our lead to get our gun, I think.
Yeah. Just seeing what else we had here. Check on the badge. A lot of these are just like, yeah, it's gonna take some time, which seems like aren't available yet.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have 0 points in fascism right now. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good thing to dodge.
Oh, I guess time for the very, very long run back to Everard real quick here.
Get that gun. He's not gonna give us the gun. It's gonna be a sob story about how he doesn't actually know where it is. It's my big prediction.
Yeah. Police work is rough. Alright, oh, train of thought. Damn it. Excuse me, can y'all get out of the damn way for once? Oh. Actually, maybe this guy open the door. Maybe he'll say something cool.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Anything
How can
about
I
the
help
Hardy
you?
Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Oh.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Local values. Nah, he's got some.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel.
Yeah.
But the bossman said he's a real piece of work.
Alright, well. At least that guy's happy, and that's what matters to me, because he's nice.
Yep. He's a nice guy. Very chill dude.
Somebody's. Oh, what? Huh? What? Huh? I had a moment of a thought. Oh, only in the middle of the room. What's that deal? Oh, it was another perception thing. Okay. Wonder there's another guy up on that rooftop too that we couldn't reach. I wonder if we can get him up here, or if we just need to go further down the, like, not pier, go down the waterway. Let's see. Bottles. Oh, I talked to Kim on accident when I wanted to. Oh my god.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really, really hard.
I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that
What?
it was you.
Really?
Wow.
I'm not convinced it was me.
I am, but it doesn't matter right now. Let's just move
Kim
on.
really knows, hey?
How did I come up here? What are you talking about, man? This is free money.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
a lot
this
of
is
money,
a lot
actually.
of money. It's like a whole $1 right here. And cleaning up
There's
my
no way-
evidence.
There's no way this was just us. That's
Yeah, that was
so
like-
many wine
that was like
bottles.
10 bottles at least. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, if those are wine bottles, we would be dead.
Great machines and quiescence. Another made-up word. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think I can probably try this again, but why not look at it real
You're
quick?
back before the cargo container.
Well,
Its drawer and
damn it.
as it's always
Well.
been, it's impossible to open a container with
That was a
ratchet.
17% chance. We've won some of those, you know, it
losing
almost
your
worked.
mind.
Yeah.
And no morale damage for trying it, which is another pretty big plus.
Yeah. I'll try anything that doesn't damage my morale till the end of time.
Alright, let's see. Hey, Everett. I'm back. Open that door. It only took me like an entire day, but the door has been unlocked. Great news, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We had other things to do. I'm sure Everett understands.
Alright. Hey, buddy. Your weird stairs.
Mr. Dubois,
I opened the door.
a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
What? I love the idea of like, well, you've already sat in that chair before, so it's okay. You don't need to sit try out all the chairs like
Yeah.
that, you know?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry.
Level up.
One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
I may have gone inside.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition.
He was testing you,
Oh.
and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is going to start happening now. I promise you, Harry.
Here's my view on
this is gonna
Everett.
be good.
He doesn't care about any of the things that he probably says he cares about because he's just using that as an excuse to gain power. But I think that's probably preferable to someone who's in power and actually doesn't care and doesn't even pretend to care, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, at least something's getting done, so
Yeah.
to speak, you know?
Alright, let's see. The mug collection I mentioned was in the apartment. I found some log in the trash. Heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about. I want to know where this guy with the trash
Yeah.
was.
Mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes.
Weird.
yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
I love drama telling me when people are lying or not. I really appreciate him.
Believe me, Harry,
Yeah.
he's a nobody. Just your basement variety
I'm thinking.
nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
There's more to police work than whacking an imaginary baton. Great technique. You make a great surgeon.
Would he? I'm not so sure about it.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
I wonder if there's, like, some weird possibility that they, like, planted the racist cup, and then they specifically sent us to that apartment to see all the racist cups and to make that connection in our heads. To be like, oh, this guy's got to be involved. But maybe this is just some dude.
But he immediately then said, no, it's not important. It hasn't even connection. So
That's true.
I don't know.
By
let's
now,
move on.
I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Yeah.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Wow.
Very similar to, what, Chiquita Bananas or whatever?
Those Senorita Pineapple people are scary motherfuckers. Decimating your state if you don't give them your pineapples.
Everything they did there,
Wow.
they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry.
Wow.
My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually
That's-
very fun.
That-
You
That
should
is kind
try
of
it.
fun, though.
That does seem pretty fun. I'm into
But
that.
enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
What makes you think the
Good
Wild
pun,
Pines
good pun,
negotiator
Everett. I
can
respect
control
that.
them?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does.
He does
Push us hard
ignore
enough and
Kim
we push back.
quite a bit,
And
hey?
when
Yeah.
we do, we push to kill.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood is one.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base. There's a militant wing inside the Union, a group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must
Yeah, I
follow.
mean, he's talking about the Hardy Boys, right?
Again, that
Yeah,
sounds
definitely.
like
It's gotta be.
organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
I wonder if it's because we could have come here day one before we even met the Hardy Boys. Like, all this dialogue could have happened before you could
Yeah.
literally have met them.
One day, Titus Hardy,
Yeah, okay, well, there you
leader
go.
of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them
Interesting.
for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that all this dialogue is like stuff we already knew, but what do you mean? hire
Yeah.
a shipping company?
How
Yeah,
do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
I mean, that seems obvious with the big guy, right?
Yeah.
You said it.
for sure.
Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant.
Yeah.
Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
And also, so he said there's 3 of them, so that guy's probably one of them. The main striking guy, or the main right to work guy, the guy who was hung. And then
Yeah.
there's a 3rd guy,
There's 2.
some sort of new guy available somewhere. some sort of Quigley
Yeah.
male.
Of course. You're
We'll
always
find
one step ahead of me,
a
Harry.
Quigley type.
I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
Alright, boy or girl, let's see.
Oh,
what's the
Liz is a
gardener.
bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting.
There
Who's
was that
second
one
in command?
old guy
Yeah.
at the table.
Yeah, who didn't say anything?
They're almost all of them great
Yeah.
guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Separate one from the herd.
Which one of Hardy's boys is your least
Oh,
favorite?
that would
Yeah.
definitely be Fat Angus. His feet smell from a city block away, and he's always having noisy
Oh.
stomach troubles. Horrible, revolting guy.
Gross.
So, something happens to Fat Angus.
You would die, Harry. You would die, and in the process start a bloody and completely unnecessary war between the Debarders Union and the Citizens Militia.
So that's
Angus,
bad. Got
his
it.
ever-growling stomach, and his smelly feet are all part of the Union. You have as much right to arrest him as I have to arrest your partner here. Actually, less, because this is my hometown, my territory, and my backyard. You are a guest here, Harry. Please
Wow.
remember that. Oh, Harry. This is getting real grim, and there's no need for that. We are friends.
I met them. Can you ask me?
But
for
of
me?
course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry.
Oh.
I'll do it right after we've concluded.
Damn,
this
should
talk.
have come here first, apparently.
You can now go and tell Titus
Yeah,
about
no
this.
kidding.
See what he has to say.
Also,
Oh,
Harry,
that'd be like a
here's
prove your
5
authority
reals.
thing.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not giving you
$5.
anything. I'm just holding out 5 real. Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there
You
anything
did say.
else?
Oh, okay. Harry, here's 5 real. I was just showing you it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what
Was
it
this a
looks
good
like.
talk?
It's not for
I'm
you.
not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know
What?
what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry.
I'm
It's
listening.
like I can't
He's
fully trust
got
you
another
if you're
favor.
not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's
See,
been
we are
hurt
so much further
too much
left
in the
than
past
you.
by men who aren't social
You have
democrats.
to trust me, take care of me. I'm a hustler, I grind, I'm a money engineer. I'm more left than you are. Another corrupt scheme, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm more left than
You're
you are.
saying it, but I don't believe you.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Yeah, what do you
It
think?
depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's still pretending that he doesn't know. I mean, we like clearly he knows.
Yeah.
And it's like he's like, oh, we need to
Yes.
help solve the case, but we've got to solve the case, my man.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I'm glad you asked,
Signature
Harry.
4.
The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're going to get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
I don't want to see Kuna want to roller
Hell
skate.
yeah.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old
Kuno's got
houses
new
around.
blades.
Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
So that's across the waterway, which we can't
Water
go over yet,
drips
but
from the eaves.
almost.
A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's
So
a
he's
pair
just
of
trying to get
cover
permission
ribbons
to
under the fish
tear down
tank.
houses to build this
Yeah,
thing.
seems
Wind
like it.
howls like a vicious spirit.
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Yeah.
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad
I mean,
happen
honestly,
to
like, I don't. It's weird because I feel like he's being truthful by saying that from what people have said so far. But at the same time, like,
Yeah.
any story that involves getting people to sign a thing to, like, okay construction means it's because their home's going to be destroyed.
We're gonna build
Right?
a youth
Yeah.
centre there. The value of their
What's the
properties
plan?
goes up, and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
Alright.
You bring
Give me the
joy
paper.
to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure.
I mean,
to
we
be
love
working
doing
with you.
quests.
Oh, absolutely.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday
Yep.
morning.
Okay.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist. Most certainly, Harry.
in there, just
By all
see.
means, Harry. See you.
Alright, real quick, I'm just gonna see if I can look at. I leveled up. Do we have another thought yet? We're choosing
Something?
forever.
Yeah.
Oops. I wanted to see. Okay, I'm just gonna unlock this skill point. Just again,
Yeah.
just have this maxed out as soon as possible. And then I wanted to see if I can look at that envelope he gave me.
You
Yes.
take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Good. Good shit.
12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Ooh,
Okay.
we got good logic for that
Well,
check.
he also did just say it's gonna be 6 months, and now it says 12 to 40 month construction period. So
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the
yeah,
youth
I could
center.
see not wanting that to be built then.
This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
I like that it's a -1 for cool cubic pyrite.
I'm no property lawyer,
Yeah.
but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects.
I
But
guess
there's no other way.
let's try to find a loophole.
There is no
Easily.
loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 14
So he like
months,
immediately
their
lied
lives
about the
will be
construction
dominated
timeline.
Yeah.
by constant construction noise right next door. Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Okay, yeah, so it's kind of a plan to get them to sell their property cheaply.
Sell their stuff. Yep.
I should have seen it.
And then they would have control over the whole district and could do whatever they want with the buildings. Despite the plan's not technically, currently,
Yep.
interlocking with it or whatever.
Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone. However, we'll need
Okay.
access to the coast before we do anything. Evrard won't believe you got villager signatures if you
Good
can't
point,
even
good
get
point.
to the village. You can try a forgery
Yep.
as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
Interesting.
I feel like forgery is gonna be one of those yellow skill checks though that we don't have
Yeah.
good points in.
Why is this showing a new thing? Who knows? There's a new thing in the Or a white skill check.
Weird.
That is very weird. I mean, that was the thing to steal it, and I just bought it. So it's just in the
could be.
checks to be confusing.
Go steal a second copy in case we need it.
Okay.